Alright, so I decided to come back to Hughes School, take a peek around by myself. Haven't been here for a while, and just kind of see what I can collect by myself here. Got a data logger with me. I've got a couple of apps. One of them is a E.V.P. app, so I kind of figured we check it out, see if and what I can capture on it. So as you can see, there's nobody here except for me. So kind of figured it'd be a good time. It is kind of a noisy location though, because the cars, when they drive by, it's quite loud. So we're just going to kind of have to work with that. So we'll go ahead and put our data logger down here and see what we can get here. So let me flip this camera. All right, so this is a place that we had a lot of activity before. This is a pump in the memory of Carl V. Gilchrist. I guess he died in 1994. So we're going to go ahead and set the data logger down here right now. And we're going to go ahead and record everything. So the temperature is showing 53.2. And as you can see, we had a temperature fluctuation, by the lights there. It measures vibration, as you can tell. So should be a nice little read here to kind of see what's going on. If we can capture some real data here. So I'm just basically using the microphone on the camcorder. I'm going to kind of walk around here for a minute. This actually has a record option, so it's going to save it in the form of a file on that SD card. So I'll be able to pull the numbers off of that later. I don't want to stray too far from it though. But basically this is an old one-room schoolhouse. It's on I think it's the Historical Society out here in Westchester, Liberty Township. So it's right next to the place called Liberty Elementary, which a local paranormal group had been there and got a, I think it was a tricycle sound or something, like a bell on a tricycle or something. It's been so many years ago now, I can't actually remember. But basically the story that went along with that was a young child was ran over by a bus. I don't know if she was on a tricycle or whatever, but that was kind of the story that floated around with that. So kind of ran with that, and kind of made for a little bit of a spooky area. But in all reality, this general location that I'm at now, down the road that way, that way would be the Screaming Bridge. And actually straight in line with this, if you go further down the road, probably 2 or 3 miles, is another cemetery called Spring Hill Cemetery. It makes this weird kind of a triangle. And years ago, I did a kind of like a documentary. I wrote up a paper on it and that kind of thing. I can't find it anymore. I don't know what I've done with that. And as you can see, we've got some fluctuation going on here on the data logger. So that'll be cool to kind of check out later. But I'm kind of revisiting the area here, even though I said I wouldn't come back for a while, because this is a location that I had gotten some of my most prominent evidence at. I had also gotten some things that I didn't really like. It was a little too close to home. I think I had something that was talking to my son, and I don't know if it was Carl, but that was what we were addressing. So we kind of backed away from it, just because, in my opinion, I don't want to go crazy with anything that might be, I won't say otherworldly, but, religious tone. Think of it that way. I don't want to say it being here, but I don't like to dive in that. I don't mind, researching and trying to prove or disprove the paranormal. I just don't want to go to the religious realm of that, because I feel like I'm not ready for that. I feel like that's not a very good place for paranormal investigators to dive into, especially not being prepared with prayers and that kind of thing. So I don't dive into it at all. I stay completely away from it. But having said that, like I said, we got our most prominent evidence at this place, the Screaming Bridge, and Spring Hill Cemetery. Spring Hill Cemetery, I think we've gotten Welcome to Hell. And actually, I'm hearing some noises now. I don't know if it's the neighborhood around me. Sounded like it was awfully close, so I don't know. And that's kind of how it is here too. When you're investigating this place, you know, you hear all the noise from the traffic on the road, but you also hear other things. You capture them with your ear. You know, you might see camera around here. There's birds off in the distance there on the ball diamond. Sometimes that could play in with it. Or it could just be the fact that it's, you know, something that you can't explain, which is kind of what I'm getting at here. There's a lot of unexplained things here that I've experienced myself. I'm kind of walk this way. As you can see, there's nothing down that way. A couple birds, you know, turkey vultures, or I don't know what them other birds are. They're actually in the ball field, crows or whatever. But I heard kind of like a high-pitched, kind of like a kid's voice is what I just heard a few minutes ago. We'll obviously review the video later. I can pull the audio from this, so I'm not too worried about it. Little rusty, obviously. I haven't been out for a while, and I figured this would be a great place to kind of come back to and, you know, see if, you know, I can kind of qualify what we had captured before, if it was just a one-off. So I figured today would be a good day to just kind of stop out, do a quick little check. I've got a couple apps that I want to play with as well, and kind of check out and see, you know, how well they work, or if they work at all. So we're going to be running some of those as well. So when I do run those, I'm actually going to be doing a screen record, because I can't really film at the same time. I'm basically using my phone for all that. So that's what we're going to do here in a few minutes. And as you can see, we've had the temperature go down, I don't know, 4 or 5 degrees since we started this. It's going to fluctuate a little bit. There is a tiny bit of wind out here. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a couple questions here, and then I'm going to close this out and go over to the E.V.P. app that I had downloaded. Okay, so my name is Joe Williams. I am with a local paranormal group, E.V.P.S. Paranormal, and I come in peace and respect, and I'm looking to speak to a Mr. Carl V. Gilchrist. Carl, are you here with me? I'm going to stand up here on the stairs, kind of block away some of the noise here. We had done that before, and it kind of helped out. I know we have a lot of cars and stuff passing by. I apologize, but this is kind of the nature of this area. So once again, I'll ask my question. My name is Joe. I'm with E.V.P.S. Paranormal. I'm looking to speak to Carl V. Gilchrist. Carl, are you here with me? Is there anybody here with me that would like to leave a message? What can you tell me about this location? Possibly this land? Any stories you would like to share? Okay, once again, my name is Joe. I'm going to leave in peace the same way I came. I thank you for your time. Okay, that's going to end my Q&A. Just, you know, like I said, a couple quick questions. Now we're going to switch over to the E.V.P. app, and we'll ask a few questions there. See if we can get any responses. Most likely I'm going to have to review everything later. I think a lot of these apps don't really have a record feature, so again, that's why I want to use the screen record on the phone. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to that now, so check it out. Okay, I just started recording on the audio recorder. The screen recorder is not working on my phone. I'm going to attempt to turn it back on. Okay, it won't record while the microphone's in use. Oh, are you cussing at me? I'm pretty sure I heard you say fuck. Okay, so every time that I'm getting a response here on this E.V.P. shifter, wow, there we go. That spiked up to 7. That spiked up to 8 on the milligauss for the EMF. Okay, are you trying to talk to me now? I can't understand what you're saying. A minute ago you said something about I am. What are you? Okay, I'm not able to understand you. Can you try it again? Okay, I'm hearing some of that. I'm going to have to actually listen to that later because I can't understand it. Well, I'd appreciate it if you don't get angry with me. Just communicate with me. What's my name? It jumped up to 10, guys, on the EMF. Why do you want me to go? I think I heard you say go then. Why? Does my presence here scare you? Okay, I'm going to turn the mic feedback on again, see if maybe we can get something a little more going on here. Mic feedback is on. Say my name. Speak loudly and clearly. What is my name?
What is my name? What is my name?
You're funny. It's not wimp. What is my name? It's not Lucifer either. I don't like that name. If you talk names like that, I'm going to end this session. Oh, that spiked up to 6 on the milligauss. Why are you angry with me? Okay, so once again, my name is Joe. I'm from E.V.P.S Paranormal. I'm going to end this session now. This has been a session with the E.V.P Shifter app. It's an app that I paid for in the Android store. It's supposedly an ITC communication device. We're going to check over our audio later and see if or what we have captured. So again, thank you guys for talking to me. I'm going to go in peace as I came. Thank you.